This is what happens when you forget to feed Tubby Toby, all right? He gets a little too angry.
Some of you guys are idiots.
Look at the turtle. In this video, you're gonna get a taste of what a day in the life of a goldfish breeder, content creator, and plushie seller looks like. We always start the day off with breakfast. I love eating bloodworms. Just joking, this is our first feeding for our babies. As you can see, there are not that many left. Not many survive the culling, but now I'm feeding them mostly pellets, bloodworms, and still some flakes. Also, check out Tubby Toby in his planted tank here. I got all these plants in pots. I have a short video on that I'm gonna make later, but with Captain Tuna and Betsy, this just looks beautiful. The potted goldfish planted tank. What's that? Thousands of baby goldfish? Look at this, guys. Look how many there are here. Before I update you guys on everything going on in this room, which there's a lot of, I need to fulfill some orders. Wait a minute. The turtle, look at the turtle. Say hi to the camera. Okay, I gotta fulfill like 130 orders of goldfish plushies. I finish all the orders and I'm like, I finished all the orders. I go back and I get back to my fish stuff, I get back to my videos, and then a couple days later I check again, there's 100 more orders. And there's people saying, hey, when's my order gonna arrive? I'm like, when's your order gonna arrive? I haven't even shipped it yet. So here's how I go about fulfilling my orders. So the first thing I do is I go on my computer on Shopify and I select every order that's of the exact same category. So if it's a single order for a signed plushie, I'll select every single one of those specific kind of orders. And then I'll go to my little label printer and I'll print out all those labels. So I know every single one of these orders is the exact same thing. I don't have to mark each individual one. And then I get those labels and I put them onto the bags. And this takes me a long time. I'll have like a TV show going on in the background while I do this. Recently I've been watching Silo, and that has been really good. I highly recommend it. Okay, so after we get all the labels onto their bags, this is the fun part. This is what happens when you forget to feed Tubby Toby, all right? He gets a little too angry, and then he gets a little violent. I then set up a big pile of cardboard boxes in my front yard, and we set it on fire. One of the things that I love about New Hampshire is that I could just start fires in my front yard, and no one's gonna call the cops on me. We got a little fire in here going. Let me start over here as well. You may be wondering, Luke, why are you building a massive fire in the middle of the day by yourself? Well, I just get a lot of cardboard as part of my job. I buy a lot of things, a lot of the things come in the mail. I just get a ton of cardboard, more than I can fit in my recycling bin. You can just burn stuff in your front yard like where are my neighbors? You can't even see them. So anytime I have too much cardboard building up in my house, I just throw it all here. We have a nice fire. Okay, while that fire finishes up, it's time to go upstairs and get to work. Never mind, I just got a call from my bank. I'm trying to refinance my house, and now I gotta go dig through and get more documents for it. Sometimes people ask me, oh Luke, are you in love with your job? Do you love what you do? Because you get to work for yourself. You own your own business, you make your own rules, you do your own thing. And I do like that aspect of it. Do I enjoy every part of my job? Do I enjoy every part of working for myself? To be honest, no. This part right here, I don't enjoy at all. But obviously, I gotta make money. This is one of the ways I make money. Sitting here, hour after hour after hour, packaging up all these plushies. No, I don't enjoy this part. However, when I do see posts of people receiving their plushies and then being happy, that I do enjoy. Making content, that I do enjoy. We are back in the fish basement. It's time to give everybody their midday feeding. Betsy, you like that sand? Tubby Toby looking tubby as ever. I just fed our turtles, Squirtle and Stubbin too. Check out how large Squirtle is. Squirtle buddy, you've become so large. Also gonna be feeding these imports. I do hope to start selling these guys very, very soon. As in literally listing them on my website later this week. This one right here, this big black one, he is still having a lot of trouble swimming, which is really unfortunate because he was one of my favorites of the entire imported batch. Also, update on the pet store goldfish. Num Nums has grown so large, he's literally in competition in size with Jack and Jill now. He's got some special growth genes, this guy. Also, Oreo and Wienerton's tank has a ton of algae. I will be cleaning that pretty soon. Maybe I'll make a short video on that. Those short videos of me just scraping the algae, those always do pretty well. Hey you guys, thank you so much for your eggs. Honestly, if you could make a little more, that would be highly appreciated. What up, little fellas? What up, little lemon head? There's a lot of lemon heads here. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 lemon heads in this batch? I love these imports, man. They always come up here. They come up here and they beg for food. It's like they've known me their entire life. What up, fellas? You ready to get sold soon? Ready to be sold to some new owners pretty soon? I've literally never owned so many goldfish at once. And it is quite a bit to manage. There are a lot of water changes to do. There are a lot of feedings to do. Also did move some goldfish over here. We got Kirby, who's actually a female now. I just realized that recently. The floating plants in here are still doing pretty well. Wow, that was way too big of a feeding. That was way too large of a feeding. Look at Maximus. Maximus lost all of his red color. So how are all the Jiggly codes and all the Millie codes doing? Well, as you can see, we have quite a few of these guys. We have so many. I've been feeding them this newborn feed, which is not as good as brine shrimp, but it'll hold them over until the brine shrimp is ready. Man, it is hot in here. I'm always sweating. It's like 85 degrees in here. Now it's time to go pack the rest of those orders. All of the labels are on their bags now in their separate different piles. Now, I gotta create content. Sometimes I forget when I'm working during the day. Hold on, I'm a content creator. I haven't created a single piece of content today. I guess I am right now. I got some footage of Zoro attacking Jill. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna make a voiceover. Finally finished editing that video. Now I have to upload it to TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube Shorts. And if you watch any of those three, then you would have already seen this video, but I'm gonna play it right now just so you can watch it anyway. For the last 3 days, Zoro has been relentlessly chasing around Jill, shoving his head straight up her butt, not giving her a break. Why is he doing this? Well, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know this is goldfish breeding behavior. The males chase around the females. And for some reason, over these last 2 weeks, all of my fish and like all of my tanks have just randomly started breeding. I wanted them to breed like months ago, and then all of a sudden, boom, now everyone's breeding. Do I feel bad for Jill in this instance? Of course I don't. Do you guys remember what Jill did to the other red-capped goldfish? She ate Num Nums 1.0, she attacked Taco 1.0 to the point of him dying, and, you know, we did have Taco 2.0 jump out of the tank. Maybe Jill threw her out. Jill has a track history of being mean to the other fish. It's about time she had a taste of her own medicine. Jokes aside, I did try to release the eggs from her so the males would quit, but not much came out with light pressure. And if eggs are not coming out with light pressure, do not squeeze harder. This morning, Zoro was a little more calm, so maybe she finally dropped the eggs. Also, don't forget to order a Tubby Toby plushie. I've sold almost 3/4 of all the plushies. Hope you guys enjoyed that short video. So I got that uploaded on all my platforms. And now I'm going for a walk to the auto shop, which is nearby my house, because I actually had to drop off my car earlier there today. So I dropped my car off and then I walked back home. Now I'm walking back to pick it up. I had a couple problems with it, but it looks like they were able to get it sorted out. So let's go get the car, and then when I get back, it's back to packing orders.
So you can go take the test?
After I got my car back, I did go grocery shopping real quick. I just bought some ground beef, and I went and bought a sandwich because I hadn't really eaten a full meal, you know, all day long. And it's nearly 5 o'clock, so I was hungry. Made it back home, and again, let's get back to packing. For the orders where there's more than one plushie, gotta use these much larger bags. All of the orders are packed up and they're ready for me to take to the post office tomorrow. So I'm just gonna load them in my car from now so I don't have to do that tomorrow morning. What's that? Luke is in his basement again and he's dripping sweat? That's right, we gotta do a water change on this baby tank now. Definitely, it's been a couple days since I did my last water change, and that is not what you wanna do on a baby tank. I gotta be very careful when I'm doing this water change, because if I lift the bottom of this pump up, it'll easily suck out the baby fish, and I do not want that. So I'm pressing it down, keeping it on contact with the glass. Got that water level nice and low. Look at these little fellows gaining their color. So this right here is Carrot. Carrot has grown quite large recently. He's grown quite large and he's been losing a lot of his red. Do you guys see that? But isn't that coloration beautiful? Isn't that little staggered coloration in his back just absolutely beautiful? But yeah, Carrot is he's a good hunk of Ranchu. Look at all these hungry guys. Also, I love when I'm standing on this side of the room and I can see these like middle tanks here. I can see my turtles that are swimming towards me wanting to get some food. I can see the beautiful Tubby Toby tank. This tank is really stunning. A lot of you guys ask me, Luke, why New Hampshire? Why did you move to New Hampshire? So there's many reasons. But one of them is that my brother and my sister-in-law and my two nieces live 15 minutes away. So I got some family nearby and I'm actually headed over there for dinner tonight. So I'm gonna leave my microphone here, but I'm gonna head over there, have some dinner, and then after that, get back to work. This is my big pond, and I was driving by here earlier today, and I saw a big snapping turtle. It was on one of the logs in there. So that might have been the mother of all those snapping turtle eggs that I'm currently taking care of. Also, I'm gonna check what I got in the mail today. And would you look at that? I got a plushie. I got a Luke's Goldies plushie. Now, why am I getting sent a Tubby Toby plushie? Because some of you guys, some very annoying people out there, are buying Tubby Toby plushies. Thank you for buying, but you're putting your address in incorrectly. So I sent all these plushies out, and then one by one, randomly, I'm getting sent these plushies back. I'm like, what's the issue here? Insufficient address, insufficient address. So I'm starting to look these up. Some of you guys are buying plushies, but not listing the apartment number when it comes to your apartment building. Or you're buying plushies, you're not even putting your actual street name on there. You're just putting your town and stuff. So if you're gonna buy something from me, please put your full address on there. Okay, it's such a headache because I get the plushie back. I'm like, okay, what happened here? I look up the order person. I'm like, hey, this didn't make it to your house. What's your actual address? Oh, I forgot to put my street. Oh, I forgot to put this. Oh, I forgot to put that. Well, now I got to redo the order. Now I got to buy shipping again. You got to pay for the reshipping again. But anyway, if you're gonna buy something, please just double check the address. Okay? Let's go eat dinner. Dinner was delicious, and now before I head back home, I'm gonna go to the gym. Shoulders. Who doesn't love working arms and shoulders? You feel an amazing pump and you're not even that tired. You're not even that tired. I'm back home. It's 10 p.m. It is 90 degrees Fahrenheit in my house because, I don't use the AC normally. I've been feeding these guys a lot of flakes just because I'm kind of low on bloodworms right now. So their main diet has been these just high protein flakes. Good night, Kirby. Enjoy your last supper. This is why Num Num is named Num Nums. He's the first one to numb up all the food. I just cannot get over how beautiful this tank looks. Big shout out to Dustin's Fish Tanks for getting me these plants. It looks absolutely stunning. Hey, Tubby Toby, we've sold so many of your plushies. Get over this little smudge in a veranda. I really don't want to sell him. Look at this dude. Look at this little smudge. I don't want to sell this one either. Honestly, I don't really want to sell any of them in this tank. Guys, hey, don't tell nobody. Don't tell anybody. Good night, turtles. And well, ladies and gentlemen, that is a day in the life of a content creator, goldfish keeper, breeder, plushie seller, whatever you want to call me. Every day is different. Today was a big order packing day. Tomorrow is going to be more of a maintenance water change day. Also, I'm going to be cutting a lot of insulation for boxes. I also am going to be editing this video tomorrow. I got a lot of work to do, but every day is different, but it's a little past 10 p.m. now, so I think I'm going to call it quits. Thanks for watching. Luke's Goldies, out.